This is the top 5 broken meta loadouts for Warzone and Rebirth Island. The first thing replacing the DG58 LSW is going to be the Holger 26. Throwing the cast's break for the horizontal recoil and firing aim stability, you do lose some aim down sight speed, but out of everything else, I think this is the best choice overall. If you want to put on the Zemin 35 compensated flash hider, you can, but the only downside is you do lose some bullet velocity, so it's up to you whatever you want that or not. Put on the Holger factory barrel for the bullet velocity and range. This thing is absolutely crucial. Like, it does a great job with increasing the range and recoil control. But on the 5.56 NATO high grain rounds for the bullet velocity and damage range, you do lose some recoil control. Like I said, I just think it's a fantastic choice to have this on there. Jack glassless optic, I think this is the best optic for this weapon, and it kind of reminds me of the DG58 LSW anyway. Like, it literally shoots and feels just like it. Finally, the Ascent Lord stock. I think that this is the best choice for recoil control. I had the Brune heavy support grip as well, but I mean, I kind of was just weighing my options between the two. I think this is better though. I'm going to show you guys in this firing range right now, just to show you guys how good it is. And I'll actually show you the Brune heavy support grip as well, just so you guys can sort of, weigh your options on which one you want. This is just fantastic. I don't think it really moves much, but if you guys didn't want to try that, like I said, you can put on the Brune heavy support grip. And just so you guys see, this is what the Brune heavy support grip does. I mean, personally, I think they're both fantastic. I definitely think they both get the job done. I just personally prefer the Ascent Lord stock a little bit more. Close range meta is still the WSP9. It's absolutely amazing and gets the job done. Throw on the Zemin 35 compensated flash hider for the shorter radar pings, vertical recoil, horizontal recoil, and firing aim stability. You lose some bullet velocity and aim down sight speed. I don't really think it's that noticeable, honestly. Put on the Brune heavy support grip for the gun kick control, aiming out sway, horizontal recoil, and firing aim stability. You lose aim down sight speed and vertical recoil, but we already added some vertical recoil, so that doesn't even matter. 40 round mag. I mean, I see a lot of people asking me why I don't use the 50. I just think that 50 slows you down too much, but 40 is just perfect. So 40 round mag is more than enough. Put that on there. Marauder grip for the gun kick control. I think that this is actually fantastic for recoil control. I don't think there's really a better option. And finally, for this SMG, I put on the no stock for sprint to fire speed, movement speed, aim walking speed, and aim down sight speed. This is so crucial and helps so much. I had another build for the WSP9, and I can show you guys that as well. But this is the recent meta build that I've been running around with. It's actually so awesome. You don't have to use an optic, but just so you guys can see my actual build as well. This is the meta build right here. But my build, I changed it up a little bit to where I actually run something slightly different. Zemin 35, DR6 hand stop, high grain rounds, 40 round mag, and the Niter model 2023. This is what I used to run before the new meta build. I mean, I think that with this build, you can actually see slightly better, but with the other build, I mean, I'll be honest with you, the movement is absolutely insane, and you can shoot with your iron sights. So whatever you want, completely up to you. Obviously, the Kar 98K is still meta. It's so insane, and you guys need to be using this sniper rifle if you aren't already. Throw on a Sonic Suppressor L for being undetectable by the radar, bullet velocity and damage range at the cost of sprint to fire speed, recoil control, and aiming, walking steadiness. Trust me, we're going to take care of all this, but the benefits are just too good to ignore. Put on the 7.62 long barrel. This thing is insane, like absolutely insane for the range. It really gets the job done very well. I'm not gonna lie, the range on this sniper is unreal. It feels like OG Warzone's Kar 98K. It does a fantastic job at one-shotting basically anywhere. The 7.92 high grain rounds are absolutely essential, increasing the range even more. I just think that you guys should have this on there, and the recoil reduction is just not even something you'll notice considering this is a sniper. The scope I'm using to actually make this look like the Kar 98K is SPX 6.6. This literally gives it the exact look of the Kar 98K. So if you guys want to try it out, here it is. Finally, we put on no stock to negate all of the ADS and movement penalties we had earlier on. It's just such a fantastic thing to actually have on there. This weapon is unreal. ADS is very fast and gets the job done. And the beautiful thing is, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I've had like any trouble actually using this weapon. Like when I actually try to use this weapon, it's way too easy for like anybody to pick up and just use. For me, I'm not a sniper, and I can still drop 30 plus kills using this weapon. So here's the entire class setup. Please copy it down and give it a try for yourself. Next is another meta SMG, the Superi 46. This thing is absolutely insane and super fast. So this is the best build for movement players. Throw on the Zemin 35 compensated flash hider. Like I said, this helps so much with the recoil control, shorter radar pings for vertical and horizontal recoil and firing aim stability at the cost of bullet velocity and aim down sight speed, which is not a big deal. Put on the DR6 hand stop for aim down sight speed, aim walking speed, sprint to fire speed, and movement speed. If you're more somebody that likes, I don't know, the aim walking speed, movement speed, all that stuff, you can use the XRK Edge BW4. but completely up to you, whichever one you guys actually want. These both are fantastic, whichever one you want to pick. 4.6 millimeter high grain round for the bullet velocity and damage range, 15% increase. Trust me, every little bit helps, and this long range build is actually insane. Like, I think it can take on any distance. 40 round mag because it's the best possible choice. You want as many bullets as possible. And finally, the Jack Cutthroat for the aim walking speed, aim walking steadiness, and movement speed at the cost of aiming out of sway, tack, stance spread, recoil control, and gun kick control. This thing is ridiculously quick and ridiculously powerful. It's actually scary how powerful this is. So if you have not tried this already, please put this build on. You guys are going to really just kill way too quick. It's actually going to be super meta, and you're probably going to make a lot of people rage. Finally, to anybody that wants the OG feel, you can try the MP5, which is the Lachmann Shroud. Throw on the Jack Decimator for the bullet velocity, aim walking speed, fire rate, and flinch resistance. Now, this does bump up the recoil control like crazy, but don't be scared. Trust me, we're going to take care of all of it. Put on the Brune Heavy Support Grip for gun kick control, aiming out of sway, horizontal recoil, and firing aim stability at the cost of aim down sight speed and vertical recoil. It's definitely the best choice out of all these other ones. 170mm grapple 6 for the undetectable radar, bullet velocity and range, recoil control, and gun kick control at the cost of aim down sight speed, movement speed, hip recoil control, and hip fire and tack stance spread. This is a fantastic choice for the range and recoil control. It helps a little bit with the hip fire, but I mean, I'm not really worried too much about the hip fire. This really does a fantastic job at getting the job done. And then for the laser, I actually put on the VLK Laser 7 MW. This is just my personal preference. I mean, I don't think that you guys need the Kimura RIL laser light. I don't know. I mean, that's just my opinion. You guys can use whatever you want to. This is just what I thought was a good choice. It only shows the laser when you're actually ADSing, so you can get into a gunfight pretty quick and then ADS and take them down. Obviously, the 40 round mag, I don't think we need 50. I think that's just too much, and you're losing too much movement speed. Whereas you can just have a good amount of movement speed with the 40 and still get the job done. This doesn't fire way too fast. Just show you guys how amazing this is. It doesn't take much effort to actually use this gun. It's super powerful and kills super quick. It actually reminds me more of the Cold War AK than any other like MP5 that is actually in this game. Like, I think the Lachmann sub is pretty decent, but this is the true testament of the MP5s. Now, if you want to be stubborn and still use the DG58 LSW despite the nerf, I have the perfect class for you where I feel like it wasn't even nerfed. Put on the Cassis brake for the horizontal recoil and firing aim stability. This is the best choice overall. I don't recommend using the Zemin 35, especially after the nerf. I just don't think you guys should have this on there. Plus, it won't feel any different. Trust me, when you guys see, it's going to be insane. Put on the Woody long barrel for the aiming out of sway, bullet velocity and range, recoil control, and gun kick control. This is a fantastic choice for the range and recoil control. It's just such a positive benefit, and I don't think there's any better choice. When you look over it, this is the best option. Put on the Brune Heavy Support Grip for the gun kick control, aiming out of sway, horizontal recoil, and firing aim stability at the cost of aim down sight speed and vertical recoil. Out of everything else, I think this is the best option. Make sure you guys have the high grain rounds for the bullet velocity and damage range. Trust me, it is a big deal. Don't worry about the recoil reduction because you're not going to notice it. Finally, put on the recoil reduction butt plate for the gun kick control and recoil control. This helps the recoil so much. Do not go without it. You don't use any of these other ones. This is the one you want to have on there. And just show you guys how amazing this DG58 LSW is, it still gets the job done fantastic. Like, here, 3 plates. It's still very powerful in my opinion. Considering it's not meta anymore, I'm surprised it kills this fast. So if you guys still want something that's extremely powerful, super meta, super easy to use, this is the one for you. So please give it a try. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. If this is still meta in your opinion, I would greatly appreciate it.